Valkyrie here, and welcome to Zombien. This is a text-based game, so I'll just get started. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to survive the apocalypse? Want the chance to be a hero, even if it means terrible things have to happen to pretty much everyone else? Well, now is your chance. You live in a quiet village just outside the functionally named big city. The end is coming, you can feel it in your bones. Will you lie down and take it, stand up and make a difference, or dance as the world burns? The choice is yours. Your life so far has been unremarkable. Lots of potential, but you never really found anything that captures your interest. You made it to adulthood by doing just enough to get by, but when the time came to commit, you found yourself wandering off to try something else. You have often wondered if what you were looking for just didn't exist, that you'd spend your life meandering down any path that seemed to hold the slightest bit of interest. Possibly you would have, but luckily in times of great crisis, fate looks for a blank slate, something or someone who can be molded by the world to be whatever is needed. A messenger, a warrior, a tyrant, you are that blank slate. For you, it begins on a Saturday night, a feeling of anticipation. Your nerves are on edge and you have trouble getting to sleep. Although you don't know why, when you sleep, you dream. You are in the Old West. You walk down the street like a gunslinger at high noon. You glance down to your hip and are surprised to see a pistol, dove, banana. I think out of those three, I would be most surprised to see a dove. So we'll go with that. What on earth? Who carries a dove in a holster? Oh well, it is a dream after all. You shrug it off and continue down to the center of town, where an old man waits for you. Howdy, Neon, the old man exclaims. That's a mighty fine-looking dove we've got there. Maybe the old man is a little senile. Your name isn't Neon, and come to think of it, what kind of cruel parent would name their kid that? You decide to set him straight. Sorry, old-timer, my name isn't Neon, it's In your dream state, you are a bit foggy. Was it a boy's name or a girl's name? It's a girl's name. Alice, Janet, Ellen, Angelina, Marjo, Leslie, Maria. Stop messing around and let me put my name in. Go with Valkyrie. The old man looks puzzled for a moment, then he gives you a wink like you're trying to put one over on him. Oh, I see. Going incognito. Okay, Valkyrie, wait a minute. If you're gonna make up a name, you'll need a last name. How about Starkiller? He asks hopefully. You shake your head. No one could be called that, or could they? Smith, Jones, Naylor, Ripley, Williams, Pitt, Starkiller, none of these. I'm gonna go with none of these. Put missile in. The old man looks you up and down. Valkyrie missile, it's not bad, but Starkiller would have been better. He sulks. Is that what you are sticking with? I suppose it has a ring to it. Yes, it's my name. What do you want me to do? Make one up? Or on second thought, maybe I should have another go. The old man looks at you a little reproachfully. Okay, Miss Fancy Pants, don't go getting all hot and bothered. Listen, if you are going to get the drop on Duke, you're going to need more than a new name. You are going to need a disguise. You look at him dubiously. What kind of disguise, you ask? With that, he pulls out giant mustache from his pocket and proceeds to stick it on you. You know I'm not a guy, right? You ask. He nods seriously. Exactly. Nobody expects a lady to be walking around with a giant mustache. It's foolproof, he assures you. Now go on, get down to the saloon before Duke's men take all the loot for themselves. With that, he gives you a shove in the direction of the saloon. You shrug and start walking. You stride confidently into the saloon. Right in front of you is the biggest, meanest son of a gun you have ever seen. He also reminds you a little of the guy who cut you up and then made rude gestures at you while you were driving to the market yesterday. You suspect this is not a coincidence. Duke turns when you come. Valkyrie, he bellows. Don't think you are fooling anyone with that fancy disguise. You got 3 seconds to draw, and then I am filling you full of lead. Uh-oh, this could be bad. You have no time to think, so you draw your Dove. The saloon is gone, so is Duke. You look around dazed. You seem to be in some kind of fancy airport. A customs official is looking at you as if you were an idiot. Miss, did you hear me? I said if you want to board the spacecraft, you will have to hand over your Dove. He looks like being polite to you is a strain. Wait a minute, spacecraft? Weren't you in the Old West? Oh wait, dreaming, yes, okay. You hand over your Dove. He thanks you, then he looks at a passport in front of him. You would guess it's yours. He looks at you strangely. Miss, this would be easier without the giant fake mustache. Could you remove it, please? You comply, but part of you was beginning to like the bristles under your nose. He's looking at it sadly as he drops it in the bin beside him. He snaps the passport shut. That seems to be in order. You said you were here for business. What is it you do for a living, miss? Let's see. IT support, soldier, sailor, pilot, writer, office worker, builder, warehouse worker, politician, priest. Writer. Very well, miss. We'll just tick the box mark semi-unemployed, shall we? He isn't asking. Apparently, he just ticks the box. Well, gee, thanks. He looks you up and down, again, obviously unimpressed with your chosen profession. Like yours is any better. Wow, what a fucking asshole. Okay. You can see his mind working. It says, is there any technicality I can use to send this person to be cavity searched? Luckily for you, he isn't as smart as he thinks he is. Instead, he reaches under the counter and pulls out a clipboard. It appears to be a questionnaire, but instead of paper, it's actually a data pad. You play with it a little. The customs officer frowns at you. Don't play with that, please, miss. The clipboard is only electronic, so it can give commentary on your answers and help you complete it. You are getting tired of this. Isn't this a bit much? It looks like a personality test. This isn't a date. It's just a glorified bus ride. You tell him. The customs officer sighs at you, then he pauses and sighs again just in case you missed the first one. Points to the clipboard. Begin whenever you are ready, miss. That's that, I guess. You look at the beginning of the test. It says, what's your strongest attribute? Alright. Leadership, strength, agility, speed, stamina, intellect. I don't know. Intellect, I guess. I don't know. What's the square root of 65 billion? But I'll have to take your word for it. I'm not as smart as you. What about your second strongest? Yeah, we'll go with strength. What do they mean, though, by strength? Like, physical or mental? I don't know. I'll just go with it. Not bad, but we could see you sweat when you picked up that car. Okay, so I guess physical is what they're talking about. Okay, what about your third strongest? We'll go with stamina. It takes a fair amount to tire you out. Pace yourself and you'll be fine. What about your fourth strongest? Agility, I guess. Don't worry, zombies move really slow, right? And last but not least, I'll go with speed. Don't worry, everyone gets outrun by stationary objects. Oh, well then. Wow. You hand the clipboard back to the customs officer. He looks at the results. You can tell he is not impressed. One last question, miss. Would you like to date me? You are baffled. You weren't expecting that. Sorry, I only date women. I like men who aren't you. I like men and women, but I think you are some kind of weasel. Well, I am a lesbian, so I'm gonna go with the top one, of course. He smiles. I'm sorry, miss. The correct answer was, I can't date you because you are a figment of my imagination. Now I can't let you on the ship, so you might as well wake up. You do as you were told. Next chapter, prologue.